Do you want to launch a lucrative venture today? Are you an aspiring entrepreneur looking to unlock the potential of artificial intelligence to grow your business? Today, we'll unveil the AI pattern business, an effortless and simplistic venture. The new Mid-Journey version 5 was recently released, and no one has tapped into this business model yet. It's the perfect time to make a video showing how to create seamless pattern textures using AI tools and sell them online for passive income. The process is a cakewalk. Just use text and image AI to create the pattern. We'll use Mid-Journey, an image AI, by providing a prompt to create the desired image. Wait for a minute and voila! You'll have a new pattern. Use specific keywords in the prompt for seamless patterns and high-quality images. Sell the pattern online once generated. The image AI does the bulk of the work, making it one of the simplest side hustles to start. Before creating random patterns, let's assess the kind of patterns that already sell and the potential profits. Old Market, a shop selling these digital papers, made over $300,000 from them. Just one listing for watercolor flowers brought in $1,800. Check out the tons of great reviews and uses for their floral pattern pack on Etsy. Digital Curio has made over 770 sales, likely netting $3.2 million, mostly from these seamless pattern textures. Selling digital products on Etsy gives you 91% of your gross revenue in profit. Joining Mid-Journey AI is easy. Just click Join the Beta on their website and join their Discord server to generate images. You'll need to upgrade to a paid plan if you want commercial rights to your images. To make things super easy on yourself, we'd recommend creating your own server. Now, to do this, you'll just click on this plus button and hit Create My Own. Then choose For Me and My Friends and just give it a name. Then, back on the Mid-Journey server, you can click on the Mid-Journey bot, click Add to the server, and choose the server that you just created from the dropdown. You can access your server on the left side of the screen, and this lets you generate images without having to see everybody else's images. After we've joined the Mid-Journey server in Discord, we can generate our first image. So come down to the chat box section and type a / and then choose Settings. From here, make sure that Mid-Journey version 5 is selected, and then we can just dismiss this menu. Come back to the chat section and type another / and this time choose the Imagine option when it pops up. This lets us type in the idea for the pattern that we want. Once you've typed in your idea, make sure to add 2 dashes and the word tile to the end of the prompt to tell the AI that you want a seamless pattern. This is pretty important because if you don't add this to your prompt, then you won't get a seamless pattern. We'll just click Enter and watch it generate a pattern right before our eyes. It should make 4 pattern options for you and give you some new controls at the bottom. This button on the right will re-roll your same prompt and just give you 4 new images, and the bottom buttons will create more look-alike patterns. If you like one of the examples above, the top row of buttons will upscale or enlarge one of the images. So if we like the second and the fourth image, we can click the corresponding upscale buttons to make those images larger. Now, to be completely honest, right here, you're done. This is a seamless pattern that, if you stuck it side by side with another, you could repeat as much as you want. But there is a lot that we can do with that prompt to get way better patterns. Behold, from this page of settings, one can determine the degree of creativity or stylization bestowed upon the AI. A low stylization shall produce a literal representation of the prompt, whereas a high stylization shall grant the AI the freedom to exercise its creativity. Dismiss the settings by selecting the appropriate option. 4 different stylization settings shall be utilized to run the exact same prompt, thereby enabling you to witness this phenomenon in real time. As you can observe, the left images depict rudimentary patterns based on the prompt, while the right ones exhibit a heightened level of stylization and creativity. This approach can furnish you with exclusive designs or enable you to experiment with the settings to procure the optimal image. Typically, we maintain the stylization on high or set it to medium while adding our own value of approximately 500. Hence, this constitutes the simplest side hustle, since all one has to remember is to include the dash tile at the conclusion of their prompt, thereby generating unique patterns. Now, comparable Etsy patterns. While these patterns look great, let's see if we can generate some watercolor patterns that look similar to the ones that are already selling well on Etsy. We just gonna go into Mid-Journey and give more details about the type of pattern that we want. We'll give it a second to generate the image and see what it can come up with. If it comes up with a batch of images that you don't love, you can click that re-roll button that we talked about to try the exact same prompt again. And from our experience with Midjourney version 5, it creates some of the best patterns that we've seen. We've been able to get very similar watercolor flowers to what's already selling on Etsy, but this is only scratching the surface. We could also ask the AI to generate retro hand-drawn mountain patterns, vintage patterns of skulls, cute cartoon character cacti, or even an image of floating lanterns in the night sky. But back to what we just created, if we just click the upscale image, we can hit open the browser, and then just right-click it and save it to downloads. Now, the last thing that you fixing graphical errors might want to know if you're planning on giving this a shot is how to fix any graphical errors that Midjourney usually creates. To do this, we've opened up a free website called Photopea, which is a free Photoshop alternative online. We've got an example pattern with a mistake here, so we'll show you how to fix it. We'll just drag the image in, and then on the left side of the screen, we want to pick the spot healing tool. Now we can just move the mouse over to the area that we want to correct. And then if we just right-click, we can adjust the size of the brush, and this will let me just paint away any imperfections that the AI created. When we did making edits, we can just come up to the top left, click the file, export, and export it as a PNG. It'll save all of the edits we just made. Numerous ways exist to generate revenue with these patterns, and they're all incredibly thrilling. The simplest method is to sell the upscale Midjourney artwork file as a digital download on platforms like Etsy, as we previously discussed. There's hardly any preparation involved, and we just need to make the listing visually appealing. While we can sell the patterns as digital products on Etsy, there are additional ways to monetize them. For example, we could use Printify to select best-selling products, upload our pattern, and click the Create Pattern button, resulting in a product with our pattern that we can sell. The print-on-demand business model means that after you've uploaded your pattern to something and posted it to your Etsy shop, when someone comes along and buys that product from your shop, Printify will take a blank version of that product, send it through a printing machine that will print on your pattern, and then they'll even package it up and ship it off directly to your customer. Another cool feature is that Printify integrates directly with Etsy, meaning after you created a product with your pattern, you can post it directly to your shop ready to buy. The downside is that it costs about 20 cents per listing on Etsy, which can add up. You could start this side hustle completely for free on a website like Redbubble. You can just upload your pattern and it'll automatically apply the artwork of all of the products that they offer. Now, obviously, it won't look good on some of them. We must disable those pesky items, but some products, like this phone case, already appear exquisite. We could even apply the pattern to something as unconventional as a shower curtain. Simply click on the Edit button and select Choose the Pattern. Clicking on a regular grid transforms the AI-created pattern into a repeated pattern across the entire product. This technique works for all products you wish to sell on websites such as Redbubble and 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬. Listing your products is absolutely free, allowing you to post hundreds of products on multiple websites without incurring a cost. These websites receive a staggering 30 million visits per month. While competition exists, their print-on-demand business model is almost entirely passive after you upload the designs, making it an excellent opportunity. You get to set the price of each product and split the commission with the website of your choosing. You could even upload the same pattern to all three places. Redbubble and 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬 handle all the marketing and customer services for you. Why should you take advantage of this opportunity, you ask? This side hustle could be your chance to kickstart online selling. And we believe it doesn't get any easier than this. Even if you don't make millions, it's still worthwhile to gain confidence in selling items online. Thank you for tuning into our video on unlocking the ultimate AI-powered Etsy side hustle. We hope that you found the information useful and that it inspires you to start your own lucrative venture today. With the power of AI and platforms like Etsy and Printify, the possibilities for generating revenue with patterns are endless. Don't wait any longer to turn your creative ideas into profitable opportunities. So what are you waiting for? Launch your AI-powered Etsy side hustle today and take the first step toward financial freedom and success.